Hello everybody, Backyard Bullion here and welcome to episode 56 of In Focus Friday. So we are not going to be having a look at the 100 gram silver forum bars. I'll show you which coin won the vote in a moment, but I just wanted to remind you guys that these are now up live on my website. So if you want to support me, if you want to support the Backyard Bullion channel, also support the silver forum, then please do head over to my website where you can find these and you can purchase them. There's a link in the description below as well. They're selling really well, guys. We've got about 50 of them left at the moment, so please make sure that you get yours if you want them. Now, last week we had a vote, and as you can see, the $10 gold coin was the winner. Thank you everybody who voted. There were a lot of votes last week, and remember, every vote does count. The Silverbug Island coin and the Pieces of 8 silver coin will be returning at the end of this episode with one new coin, so make sure you stick around to the end of the episode to cast your vote for next week's coin. Now, the Liberty Head gold coin is one that I've been looking forward to making an In Focus Friday on for a while. It's been beaten out numerous times by other coins, but finally it has won, and it won by quite a considerable margin, which I guess is a really good sign. But here it is in all its glory. Now, some of you will remember that I picked this up from the London Coin Fair at the beginning of September, and it was kind of the big purchase for the day. I am a huge fan of pre-33 American gold, and this is actually only my second piece of pre-33 American gold. And if you remember, the very first piece I got was the $5 Liberty Head coin, and we ended up getting that one graded via Uncle Numistacker, and it got an MS62, which is just amazing. So here we have the 1882 Liberty Head $10 gold coin, and I absolutely love this coin. This is an absolutely fantastic coin for me. I just am in love with it. I think the design is great, the feel is great, the weight is great. Everything about it just, harks back to an bygone era of times when gold coins were a real thing for real people in real currency. And whilst this was a particularly large value coin back then, and they won't have been that common, they would still have been used by the powers that be and the wealthy and in sort of society. You maybe would have seen this out and about, but this particular one looks like it's in incredibly good condition, and I guess that's part of why I was looking forward to making this video as well. Get your guys' opinion on whether or not it's worth grading. Now, what I have learned, I've learned a lot about my coin grading in the last sort of year or so, and I have had a good old close look at this, and certainly in comparison to the $5 version, which got an MS62, and I certainly think this is not an MS grade coin. There are quite heavy levels of wear on the braids of the hair that you can see on the Liberty side and on the Liberty face. So it's an interesting topic though, so if you guys think that it would be a good coin to grade, then please do comment in this video and we can go from there. So some of the stats and figures about the coin. So it is a $10 gold coin, so it had a face value of 10 US dollars. It contains 0.438 ounces of gold, so it's just under a half ounce of gold, and on this side we've got Liberty facing left with the obviously the word Liberty in there, and then the 13 stars on her hairband. I'm not a very good person for American history, but the 13 stars, does that represent the 13 original states? I don't know. I think by 1882 there would have been a lot more than the 13 states, 13 colonies that there were originally, but I don't know. So if anyone out there can shed some light on that, that would be very, very cool to find out indeed. And then on the other side we have the eagle clutching the arrows and the olive branch, which is absolutely awesome. And it's got the heraldic shield on its breast as well. So and then obviously the United States of America, the denomination there, and In God We Trust. So very, very cool indeed. So these coins were made by 5 different mints, as I understand, and you can tell which mint they were from by its mint mark underneath the eagle. If there is no mint mark, then it is from the Philadelphia mint. There are 4 others. There's the Carson City mint, which would be CC, the Denver mint, which would be a D, the New Orleans mint, which would be O, and the San Francisco mint, which was an S. So as you can see, this one is just a regular Philadelphia one. Some of the other mint marks do carry a little bit of a premium, so it's always good to look to find those ones if you can. Now, Liberty Head gold coins like this in the UK, fairly uncommon. If you go into any kind of coin dealer, coin shop, they're probably going to have more of the UK-based gold coin sovereigns and the like. But at the coin fair, London Coin Fair, there were quite a few kind of American gold coins in a certain number of dealers' cabinets, and this particular one was in that cabinet and it caught my eye. it was actually a really good deal. It was 2.5% over spot, I think it was at the time, or 3%. I can't remember exactly. And that was when spot was actually a little higher than it was today. So I think spot was around the £1,000 an ounce mark. So it's just under a half ounce of gold. I think I paid just like £505 or something for it. So I feel like I got a really good deal for it for its gold content, and yeah, all in all, a really, really good deal. And that's quite an interesting thing in itself, because, you know, this is just bullion grade coin. You know, I paid basically bullion price for it, spot price for it, and yet it has some kind of intrigue to it. It has some old history to it. It's an 1882 coin. And they are very common, though. That's the thing. And, you know, I remember reading, I can't remember where I read it, and I was trying to re-find it for this particular episode, but I remember reading, I think it might have been on the Silver Forum, that there's kind of a bit of a lackluster at the moment for pre-33 American gold, and collectors are kind of steering away from it perhaps a little bit more than they used to in the past. You know, it is a really, really gorgeous kind of coin for me, and I as a collector would very much like this. And you know, I'm just loving the fact that you can pick these up for kind of bullion prices, basically, and not have to spend too much money over spot on them. So I'm very happy with that. But you know, one of the advantages of doing this kind of thing rather than going out and buying a brand new Sovereign or brand new Britannia is that this potentially might have a little bit of a premium in the future. You might have to take a bit of time to find the right buyer, find a collector who's perhaps looking for a specific year or date, or you know, something like that. But you know, it is what it is, and I really like it, and I think it's a very, very cool coin to add to my pension stack. You know, it will be going in that pension stack pot, because at the end of the day, it was basically spot price gold, and you know, I like it, and the inner collector in me wants to keep it and have it for a very long time. But I think it's really cool. I like it a lot. Let me know your guys' thoughts in the comment section below. What you think about this coin, what you think generally about pre-33 gold as well, and also tell me what you think about the condition and whether or not you think this is worth grading. I suppose the only real reason I would want to grade it at the moment would be to kind of protect it, preserve it, and rather than kind of make a big premium on, you know, on its basic money value. Now, coins returning from last week's episode, we have the Pieces of 8 Pirate Skull coin, which is a very, very cool coin in its own, well, round, they're not coins actually, very cool round in its own right. That would be very cool to have a look at some point. We have the Silverbug Island. That's another very, very interesting round, and I'm very keen to get that one at some point because it's got some really awesome designs. Seemed to be very popular in the comment section last week. There were lots of people who like the Silverbug series. And then I've got a very, very nice peace dollar. Now this is something I picked up recently off eBay. I had a bunch of Nectar Point vouchers, so I won this at an auction for about £14.50. So it's a real steal considering the condition. Absolutely gorgeous condition coin. So if you want to see the peace dollar, then vote in this video. If you want to see either of the other two, then comment in this video which one you want to see. If you could stick a thumbs up on this video if you liked it, that would be very helpful for everything I do here at Backyard Bullion, and it shares the video around through the YouTube algorithm. If you can share it on your social media, that would be very helpful as well. If you haven't subscribed to my channel already, make sure you hit the subscribe button, and you can get notifications about future videos when you click the little alarm bell. Otherwise, all that's left for me to say is I hope you guys have a fantastic weekend. Thank you so much for watching, and please make sure that you like, share, comment and subscribe for more.